Hey, crypto family. Hope y'all doing good today. It's nice to see Bitcoin on a steady rise from yesterday. Right now, it's sitting at $5,308. A couple altcoins have been rising as well. One of them I want to point out is Binance Coin. I mentioned that, on exchanges that are growing rapidly, if they do have their own personal coins, it is a good idea to have some of that capital in those coins. And we can see today it's up over 11% to $24.13. But again, watch out when you have these rises, possibly buying a pullback, maybe invest half now, half later. That's one strategy I use actually when investing in coins like this. And then Cardano is down, 1.6%, so not doing as good. But again, coins, have good fundamentals, are always good to buy on dips. And then we scroll down, you can see basic attention token is up almost 7% to 37.6 cents. So that coin is doing really well too. So again, some altcoins are doing really well today, and it's good to see. As well as Bitcoin continues to rise little by little. So again, we'll have to keep an eye on that and see what happens. But right now, looking at Bitcoin, it's right in the middle here of that support and resistance between 5,500 and 5,000. So this kind of is the point coming up to, about this 5,300 mark where we couldn't pass last time. So if we can break through this and then bust through this 5,500 resistance level, then I can definitely see us, looking to test that 5,800 to 6,000 level. Now, something also I'm looking at is this 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average. So this is on a daily chart, and you can see whenever the 50-day crossed the 128-day moving average on March 25th, a couple days later, Bitcoin started to rise dramatically. Now, if the 50-day crosses the 200-day, I expect we may see something similar. The only thing to look out for, again, is this RSI. So right now the RSI is at about 70, which is technically overbought. So again, Bitcoin could have a pullback. We could test this 5,000 if we fall below this 5,000 support. Last time it wicked down to about 4,700. So you may want to look at that level. But again, always have your stops in place and trade accordingly. Now, one of the first articles I want to cover today is by Kucoin News, and it talks about Facebook being the biggest on-ramp ever for Bitcoin adoption. So as you know, Facebook is going to create their own token, their own cryptocurrency. And, while they're not using Bitcoin per se, they're using their own cryptocurrency. Still, it begs the point to have a lot of people on board with cryptocurrency. So as you know, Facebook is a huge platform. I mean, I believe they have over 1 billion people that use it. And just to have that access and basically, that environment where you have all those people actually knowing about cryptocurrency could do wonders for the crypto space. And so it says, quote, "It's a virtuous cycle. As more users onboard to crypto, more developers build more incredible things to do with programmable money, which drives more users and more capital to the industry. The net result is more growth and a lot of it." So I know a lot of you don't like Facebook. They've had a lot of privacy concerns, a lot of things they've done behind people's back, which I can perfectly understand. But the fact that they are introducing, cryptocurrency to the mainstream and just have that adoption there, I think that'll be positive in the long term, just for having, more adoption around cryptos. So I think this is definitely good. And I think, this article kind of makes a good point. As more of these big companies adopt cryptocurrency, it'll just help more with the widespread of it. Now, the second article is again by Kucoin News, and it says Bitcoin's path to retake 20,000 could be slow and painful, says analysts. So this is an analyst, and this analyst by UBS analyst, and UBS is a big company. And basically what he says is when the Dow Jones crashed in 1929, during the Great Depression, it took over 2 decades to regain its all-time highs. Now, one of the biggest flaws I see with this prediction is Bitcoin is not the stock market. Bitcoin is an actual currency. It's an investment. It's more, it's on a blockchain. It's more than just part of a company. So there's really no comparison with Bitcoin versus the stock market at all. And you can see here actually John McAfee, whether you like him or hate him, he reminded his followers that Bitcoin is not a stock. Same as I was saying. And he says basically here, he's still making a prediction of 1 million by 2020, which I completely disagree with. I'll be happy if we, reach 20,000 or more. But he is saying you can't apply stock paradigms or formulas and expect answers. So again, just something to keep in mind when you see people comparing the stock market to Bitcoin. Now, with that said, I do see Bitcoin, possibly being a lot slower to get to that 20,000 mark than it was in the past. Because in the past, you had that hype factor. Now people know about Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies aren't so unknown like they were a couple of years ago. They've been in the mainstream, they've been on the media, they've been on the news, so more people know about them. So they're not going to just jump in like they did last time. So I do think, possibly we could reach 10,000 by the year end. Any more than that, I would be surprised, just because of that meteoric rise that we had in 2017. So again, just keep that in mind. We could have a lot of ups and downs right now, but the main thing is, trade accordingly, and you can still make a lot of money in this market. And there's still plenty of projects that are going on and still plenty of gains to be made. But just keep that in mind. Bitcoin may not rise to 20,000 just one fell swoop like it did in 2017. So last article we're going to talk about is, it says Bitcoin bear market forces Korea's 5th largest crypto exchange to close. So even though Bitcoin is rising, there's still a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges that aren't really making a profit. Mainly this cryptocurrency exchange in Korea was due to scandals that it was involved in. So it's not necessarily the operations, but just the people behind them. And it says, Coinus did not explain why it was shuttering, but thanked customers for their encouragement and patronage. And then it also says, 2 Coinus execs were charged for accepting bribes in April 2018 to list multiple cryptocurrencies on the exchange. And then it says they also accidentally airdropped more than $5 million in Bitcoin and Korean won to customers due to a computer error. So they've already had a lot of problems. But again, for exchanges, this is more of a point to just watch where you're investing your cryptocurrencies, because you can, of course, you can invest them in any exchange, but you want to invest in exchanges that have one, high volume, but really they're transparent and they have good management. So exchanges such as Binance, such as Bittrex, those exchanges are definitely have a backing, and they're definitely have a good support system and good team behind them, and they're transparent. So you have CZ from Binance constantly on Twitter, constantly announcing any fixes, any maintenance times that they're going to be scheduled for. So they're very transparent. And then Bittrex is regulated in the US, a very reputable company. So those are the exchanges you want to look at. Other exchanges like, Cryptopia actually shut down. A lot of people lost cryptos because of that. So again, if anything, keep your Bitcoin, an offline wallet and a Ledger Nano S, something of that sort. But if you can't, then just keep it in the most popular exchanges. Those tend to be the safest. But again, your crypto is never 100% safe on exchanges. So something to keep in mind. But with that, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And again, thanks for watching. Till next time, see ya.